Let's do this! Hello, and thank you for watching another episode of Art with Chongo! Today, we're gonna look at art supplies. See, we have a... Hang on. Hello, thank you for calling Art with Chongo! What do you want?
Hello there. My name is Reginald Roundbottom. I work for the North Springs Wildlife Association. We need some models for our nature center. I was wondering if you could create something for us. Something very realistic. Do you do that sort of thing?
Yeah, I can do that.
Great. And we're going to pay top dollar for this, so we need it to be very realistic.
Yeah, sure.
We're doing a spotlight on local wildlife. So whatever you pick, I'd like it to be local.
Local wildlife.
Yep.
Okay, sure, yeah, I got that. Yep, not a problem.
Well, sounds like we have a deal.
Great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you know when I'm done, okay?
Superb. I can't wait to see what you come up with, Chongo.
Okay. Yep. All right, bye.
Bye-bye now.
Okay. Today, we're going to make some local wildlife. So... local. Well, where I'm from, there's a lot of local animals. Let's see. There's the puka, red bookie, gizzard puck, Lolo. Maybe he means like local to here? Nah, that's kind of boring. Everyone knows what's local around here. Yeah, let's do local from Chonga. I know. One of my favorite animals where I'm from is the Snerd. Yeah. They're real cool. You know, I've got some pictures around here somewhere of a bunch of Snerds I drew. There's a lot of different types of Snerds. They make great pets. So, let's learn about the Snerd.
Let's learn about Snerds. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's learn about Snerds. Do-do-do-do-do.
For those of you that don't know, I'm from a planet called Chonga. The animals on my planet are much different than the ones you have here, but there is usually a comparable animal here on Earth. So, I guess the Snerd would be, kind of like a dog here on Earth. They're really good pets. Yeah, they come in many different colors. Any color you can think of, there's a Snerd that color. Any color combination, there's probably a Snerd like that. And these guys are great pets. In fact, they are such good pets, they are even pets in the wild. They are pets to other animals. They love to be cared for. They just want to please their owner. And they are very smart. They're really easy to train. They love to snuggle. It's probably their favorite thing. They don't eat much. They mainly eat like fruit and insects. They have tons of personality. Each one is like their own individual. You might find one that's super silly, one that's maybe a little moody, but most of all, they're all cute. So cute. Snerds love music. If you ever play music for a Snerd, they will probably dance. Yep. Not like dancing like you humans do, but they'll kind of just like nod their head. You play music, they're like that. All Snerds have 2 legs, 1 tail, but their tail acts kind of like a third leg. They use it for balance, and they lean on it. It's kind of like a kickstand, I guess. There are many, many different breeds of the Snerd. Kind of like there's many different breeds of dog here on Earth. Like on Earth, you have like German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, English Setters, Great Danes, Black Lab, Chihuahua, kind of like that. I'm not going to show you all the different breeds, but here are some pictures of some of my favorites. Snerd breeds.
Stick a furry.
This is the most common breed of Snerd. The stick-a-furry has great night vision, even though it is not nocturnal. And all of these have one little sprout of hair on the top of their head. They're very cute. Because of their popularity, I would consider the stick-a-furry to be like the golden retriever of the Snerds. Snerd breeds.
Slort.
Slorts are chunky little dudes with lots of rolls on their skin. They require a lot of cleaning. They're kind of messy, and they get food in their little rolls and stuff. They're kind of slobs. They do eat a bit more than other Snerds. They're also slower moving, and these guys have two little sprouts of hair on their head. Despite all of their issues, they're still very cute. Snerd breeds.
Sloot Sherber.
The Sloot Sherber makes a really good lap pet. They love being in your lap and snuggling. They have long fur, as you can see, and the owners often like to style their hairs all different and maybe dye their hair a little bit. This breed is also very clingy. They will follow you everywhere, but they are still cute. Snerd breeds.
Jumping Durder.
The most noticeable feature of the jumping Durder is its springy tail, which it uses for jumping. These guys have one hair sprout on their head. They love to play, especially fetch. They are very high energy and they love to give you tail hugs with their tail. And they're very cute. Snerd breeds.
Winsnyder McDorp.
The Winsnyder McDorp's most noticeable feature is its long tail. It uses this tail for hanging, for swimming, for giving tail hugs, and for wagging. They wag like a dog, but they don't wag side to side. Their tails usually wag up and down. They're very noisy because of that. They're constantly smacking their tail on the ground. They're very high energy and they love love. They can move their tails like a fish in the water. Because of that, they are very fast swimmers. And they're very cute. I think this is the breed I will make. So yeah, this should be fun. I think this should work great in their nature center. Yeah, they're gonna love it. Well, let's do it! This is a styrofoam ball. Amazing, right?
Wow.
This will be the main body of our Snerd. This here is an eye. It doesn't look quite like a Snerd eye, so I'm gonna have to modify it a little bit, but it should work great. It has a flat back on it, and the styrofoam ball is round, so I'm gonna have to cut a little recess, but I think it will work great. And here we have some white fur. Wow, and some yellow fur.
So neat.
Most of it will be yellow, and he's gonna have a little bit of white on his belly. This will give you a little bit of an idea what it'll look like. Okay, so I'm gonna trace this eye, so I have an idea of where I wanna cut my recess, so I can put the eye on here properly. See, now I have a little flat area, and the eye fits perfectly on. See, like this.
Perfection.
Okay, I drew this grid on here, so I could see where the center point is. This will make making the pattern a little easier. So I put the fur on here and make sure it's flowing downwards, because that's the direction the fur goes. So we just pinch some of the slack, and then we get the marker and we trace where we pinched it. And then we open it and we draw a little triangle area where it was pinched. And this is where we're gonna cut, and then we sew it back together. That will make it fit properly, and we're gonna have to do this quite a few times before we're done. Now, if I was making more than one of these, I would make a pattern, and that would be a totally different process, but since I'm only making one, I'm just making my job a little easier and quicker by doing it this way. But anyway, as you can see, I'm now sewing it together. I like to start at the edge and then work my way toward the middle. Sometimes if you work toward the middle and work your way out, by the time you get to the end, the edges don't match up right. But this way makes it a little more predictable. As you can see, I'm just repeating the previous step again. And here is half of it finished. There was a lot of pinching involved. Now I just put it back on the styrofoam ball and match up the edges with the grid that I drew. And everything looks good, so now I'm gonna make the other half. And through the magic of video editing, I have both halves done. And after you confirm that side fits as well, then you sew both halves together. And now I'm measuring to see how big I want to make the white strip that goes down the belly. After measuring, I mark it out on the material, on the back side, very important, do it on the back side. And then I use my sharp cutty tool and cut the material. And then I cut out a little bit of the yellow material and sew the white in. There might be a little trial and error involved in getting this exactly the way you want it, but if you take your time, it should work out perfect. I should also mention that it's a little easier to sew fuzzy material. It's a little harder to cut, but the fur will cover your sewing so you won't really see it. It will hide a lot of your mistakes. So now I put the eye on and I try to figure out where exactly I want to put the eyelids, because we are not done. As you can see on the picture, we need an upper and lower eyelid. Okay, so I'm going to trace the eye on the back of the material that I will use for the eyelid, which is the same yellow fur I used on the body. That will be the outside of the lid. And then I will draw the inner part of the eyelids. All Snerds have one eye, by the way. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not. They all have one eye. Kind of an important feature. Okay, now I will use my sharp cutty tool and cut it out. And then sew it on. Again, lots of sewing. But don't worry, we won't show more sewing.
I think you get the point.
We'll be right back after this.
Feel the cheese, be the cheese. Chongell, we are nothing without the cheese.
Chongell number 5, assorted cheese, notes with essence of night, ocean brie, aged brie with an hint of Atlantic salmon, mozzarella fragrance with notes of confusion, cheddar feeder, aged cheddar aroma mixed with notes of grass, wildflower, and natural smells. Chongell, be the cheese.
Welcome back to Art with Chongo. Okay, now I'm separating the plastic lens part from the cardboard eye section. I see you, so I can draw my own eye on here. I traced the bottom of this paint bottle to make the pupil perfectly round. Now I'm gonna use colored pencils to draw the eye. Drawing eyes are very fun. I can't explain why, but they just are. I think you should try it. Okay, so I'll make a little ring around the pupil with yellow, and then I'm gonna get blue and make these little dots going around. Then I'll make this larger blue ring, like so. Then I'm making these kind of loops that go around the smaller yellow ring. I'm hoping this shows up on the camera, but we're gonna leave some negative space in here. It's not solid yellow. Okay, there's another little yellow line that's just on the inside of the larger blue line. And now I'm gonna fill this other part in lightly with blue. Then the rest you'll fill in with these darker blue lines, like this. These little lines aren't straight, they kind of curve a little bit. And there's a lot of them. Now we make these little pokey doos that go around the larger yellow ring. Now I don't know why, but this is probably my favorite part. Use red or pink and make these little veins on the white part of the eye. Try to make the little squiggles as random as possible. They can even cross over each other. I think I like it a lot because this is the part that really makes it start to look like an eye. It's really cool. But try not to go too dark or it'll look like your creature did not get enough sleep. Okay, now that the eyelids are sewed on, I see that there's some space on the side here that needs to be covered. So I'm just gonna cut out some fur and just glue it onto the rim of the plastic lens. The marker just tells me where to put the glue and how big to cut the material. I'm using this all-purpose glue. It's good for styrofoam, so that's what I'm using. So I glue all the pieces on and wait for it to dry. Then it's on to the next step, which is the tail. I'm kind of running out of material, so these are all pieces of scrap that I'm going to sew together. And when you flip it, it should look just fine. Some of the fur is going in different directions, but I don't think it'll be that noticeable. I'm gonna put a little bit of this foam in here just to give the tail a little bit of beef. Some beef.
We have the beef.
Then we sew it onto the body. And we skip ahead and oh look, it's done. Yay! The only thing left to do now is the little legs. So I get a little piece of foam and I traced out this pattern on the paper and I'm gonna use that to help me figure out what pieces to use because I'm running low on fur, let me tell you. And through the magic of editing yet again, ooh look, I'm done.
Great job.
Now I'm gonna mark on the bottom where I want the legs to go. I'm gonna have to snip the fur shorter in this area just to make sewing it a little easier. Because I really don't want to sew my hands together. And I sewed my hands together. You know, I've been thinking about it and I think glue is the better way to go. Probably, yeah. I just think it's a better choice. So just like I wanted to do all along, I'm gonna put glue on here. And there we go. Now we wait. And there we have it. What do you guys think? Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the Snerd. And I think it... Oh. Hey, hang on. Thank you for calling Art with Chongo. What do you want?
Yeah, this is Reginald Roundbottom.
Yeah.
I can't believe what you sent me.
So you loved it?
Loved it. I can't even figure out what it is. I mean, what in the world did you even send over here? Is this a joke?
No, it's not a joke. It's a Snerd.
I just can't. What in the world is a Snerd?
It's a Snerd. I mean, I just told you that.
I wanted a local animal.
It is local. It's local to Unga, Chonga, wiki, 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 wiki.
What? I wanted something local to here, where we live.
Oh. Well, you didn't say that.
I didn't think I had to say it. I mean, come on. Local means local.
Well, I mean, are you not happy with the quality?
Well, I mean, you did a good job, like, making it, but, I mean, it's The quality's nice, but it's
Oh,
not...
good, so you do like it.
I don't feel like you're listening.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
There's someone else I can speak to.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Gotta go, bye.
Wait.
Thank you for watching. I hope you had fun, and... Hang on. I'm kinda busy. I'll talk to you later.
Busy?
Anyway... Like I was saying, I hope you had fun, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Bye. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I'm gonna continue my series on my favorite YouTubers, but I'd like some input from you guys. What are your favorite YouTube channels? It can be about art or anything, really. Leave a comment in the comments section and let me know who your favorite YouTubers are. Feel free to tag them so I can check them out. Thanks.
Wait, no!